Hi there, Coach Bruce again with another video. This one about the strategy that we'll be following on defense. Just like on offense, we are going to follow a strategy that's based on some very core concepts, four concepts, and both on defense and on offense, we focus that around what we call the danger zone. So the zone on either side of the field where either we have a chance of scoring a goal or the other team has a chance of scoring a goal. So on the defensive side of the ball, we want to deny access to the danger zone, and we do that with four concepts that we'll put into play this year, and we'll run during practice drills to get these concepts ingrained in your heads. And during the game, we'll use the terms deny, side, shape, and fall back, and you'll be telling your fellow players these terms to make it well understood what you want them to do or where they should be, and we'll all have the same vocabulary. We'll start with deny, and deny is about not letting people enter our danger zone. Don't allow an opponent to dribble into the danger zone. So if anyone is crossing the field, like this opponent here, has the ball, is dribbling forward, what do we want to do? Well, we want to confront that person. We don't want to wait for them to come to us. We want to run up and confront them with a specific idea in mind, which is to get them not necessarily to take the ball from them, which would be great, but at a minimum to get them to move in a direction that we want them to move in. Move them either to the right or to the left until they're moving away from our danger zone. So in this case, let's say that our side defender is going to take this responsibility. She runs up and positions herself so that the attacking opponent has to readjust where they're going. Maybe they keep the ball, but now they're moving away from the danger zone. They're moving to the side. That's a very core thing, and you'll hear us yell a lot when someone's breaking away toward our goal, deny, deny, which means come out from where you are, run up to that person, and make them go away from where they want to go. Clear to the side is another core issue that we'll talk about again and again. And even the best defenders are guilty of not clearing to the side every now and then. And what that means is that when we gain control of the ball on our side of the field, when our defense gets the ball, we do not want to pass the ball forward to the middle of the field. The most dangerous pass you can make in soccer is passing on your defensive end through the middle of the field. We want to move that ball to the side. So let's say in this case, our back defender has just stolen the ball. She's got it right at the top of the box, right at the top of the penalty area, and she's excited about that. What is she going to do? Well, even if that midfielder in the middle of the field is wide open, we do not want to pass the ball forward that way. That is a bad pass. That's a dangerous pass because if that pass is intercepted, it almost always turns into a shot on goal. So when we say side, what we're saying is that we want that first pass to go to the side, or that if we're poking the ball away from the attacking player, we want to push it to the side. It is better for us to kick the ball out to the side and out of bounds on the side than to give the ball up in the middle. So side is clear, and sometimes kicking the ball out to the side when there's no one to pass to is the best play, and that's a fine play to make. The next is about shape. And we run a 3-1-3. So we have three defenders, one midfielder, and three forwards. And that should hold true. That shape of having three on our back line and one midfielder should hold true even when we're under attack. We don't want to lose form, because when our players lose that form and they start bunching up and it doesn't look like a 3-1-3 anymore, we're probably giving the other team great opportunities to score. So within this, we're going to talk about shape, but also shape tells us what our responsibilities are on defense. So let's say that we've got an attacker down here at the bottom left of the screen. She's got the ball. She's trying to make a play. Where are our defenders? Well, normally what we find in Rec League is that all of our defenders will try to make a play and they'll all run over there. So we've got three defenders. We've got a midfielder hanging around. They're all bunched up and they all are trying to get the ball or stop that person. It's not necessary, and it's actually a very bad thing, because what happens, and this is one of the places where a lot of goals come from in Rec League, is that we leave the middle open. We leave the back post or the far post open, which is the goal post further away from the ball. And it makes it easy for an opponent to make a pass into that zone and get a shot uncontested. You can, when you're on the sideline as a coach or as a spectator, you can see this coming from a mile away. When you're a defender, you're so caught up in trying to do what you're trying to do that you don't necessarily see what's going on behind you. So how do we stop this? Well, we keep our shape. What we're looking at here is that we don't see a shape. We see people bunched around the ball on our defense. Good shape looks like what we run. We run a 3-1-3. Our back line should have 3 people. Here, it's the same position. Now we have 3 people on the back line and a midfielder who's coming down to help out. That's not always going to be this perfect, but this is what we want to have. We want to have shape. And when we have shape, it makes us understand what our responsibilities are. For the side defender who's further away from the ball, her responsibility is the far post. She should not allow any shots to be taken on the far side of the goalie, near the goal post, which is further away from the ball. The back defender, our center defender, her responsibility when the ball's at the side is the near post. So we don't want any shots being taken on that side of the penalty area because she's going to be there. She's going to be there to stop that. Which means, again, the back defender is not running to the side in almost any case. And if she does move to the side, someone should move over and take her place. Her goal is to stay in that danger zone, and the danger zone doesn't go to the side of the field. The side defender that's closest to the ball, that's the person that needs to pressure. So again, we're looking here at a 3-1-3, and even though it gets compressed and it gets small, it keeps its shape when we're under attack. And that's how we have good spacing on defense, and that's how we make it very hard to score against us. The final concept is falling back, and it's very easy one to understand. I just want to say a couple obvious things here. One is that when opponents are attacking, we should always have at least 4 people defending, our 3 defenders and the midfielder, at a minimum. So we always have 4 back when we're under attack. If we're overmatched, if we can't clear the ball, or if they have more people than we do, then we want to add more. So let's take a similar case where we're under attack, someone has the ball at the bottom left here, and we've got our defenders back. They're still kind of in a good shape. I can see a 3-1-3 in there somewhere. And we've got 4 defenders back, which is what we want. Now, what happens if we're overmatched? They have too many players, or we can't stop the ball. Well, we want to bring people over to help. And then you'll hear coaches yelling, and you'll hear each other yelling, fall back, and that's when our other players have to make a line and get back into the play. Now, the note that I want you to see here is that the wing at the bottom of the screen has come back a lot further than the wing at the top of the screen, which is correct. When the ball's on your side of the field as a wing, you should be pushing back to help. When the ball's on the other side of the field, you don't need to run all the way back, and we'd actually rather have you further up because now you have more potential to be an attacker if we get the ball and we're moving the other direction. So that's falling back. So those 4 concepts we're going to talk about a lot, and we want you to talk about them. And in practice and in the games, we want to hear you say, deny. We want to hear you yell side. We want to hear you talking to your teammates about shape and falling back. Once you can recognize those things and convey them to your teammates in these terms, you'll know exactly what you're talking about. You're going to work as a better team, and we're going to have a better defense. So that's the end of this video about defensive strategy and the concepts we follow there. We have a similar one about offensive strategy, among others, that you should probably move forward and look for now. I will see you at practice.